Good morning, hope you're good. Oh, you know, like when you wake up first thing in the morning and it's pitch black when it's October and you look through the blinds and you're like, all the curtains, whatever you've got, and you're like, oh my god. Imagine doing that and having to walk the dog because he's like absolute routine. To be fair, it gives me a good routine. Hence the attire. Welcome to the go outdoors attire situation. Necessary for the dog. Proper nice bit of fleece. Good amount of pockets, you know, just for poo bags, literally. It's full of poo bags. But yeah, that's just part of being the dog walk club, I guess. It's always nice in the summer, you know, when you wake up early and it's fresh and it's sunny and the sun's out, you know it's going to be a sunny day all day. And then when it hits to like October, you're like, ooh, don't know if I want to be doing this, but that's what you sign yourself up for when you get yourself a dog, innit? Weighed in this morning, I'm up by 0.1 kilo, and you're probably thinking, is that it? Well, I'm happy with that. The bump up in food's one of those where it does take some time relative to how much you've pushed it. I'm up, 400 calories a day now. I've been running it for 4 days, so a bump up in 0.1, I'll take that. And you're probably going to be thinking, why? Reason being is because I want to get strong. I want to build tissue, not a ton of body fat. So it just works really well for me to go, you know what, if I'm gaining 0.1, 0.2, maximum, let's just say 0.4 per week. From experience, from doing this in the past, I know that it's going to be muscle tissue that I'm gaining, not body fat, because it gains really quickly, body fat, it does. And muscle obviously takes longer, so from experience and just knowing that that's the case, it's me knowing that I'm gaining by 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, and that's where, especially being in a gaining phase, mate, you have to be seriously patient with it. It's just the way of the life of getting bigger. You've just got to be patient. Today's a push day. I literally have one meal before I go and train. I don't like to go without eating anything or having a meal. Because I train at this time as well, which would be 10 a.m, I don't like to push too much food in because I don't like feeling too full when I'm training. It makes me feel a bit sick. Makes me feel a bit nah. If I've got one meal in, I feel decent because I'll go and train about an hour after it. So it works really well for me. And at the same time, I can't go to the gym with an empty stomach. Psychologically, it will affect physically to an extent because you've not got, like, you're not fueling your session. Mentally, I'm feeling like if I just had my fucking first meal in here, if I had some carbs in, I'd probably do better. Do you know what I mean? That's the case in terms of this morning. I'm going to go through a bit of a push session, and I think Mo's in the gym today, works in the gym. He's literally bigger than the gym. He's massive. Hopefully he's in. He's always good to have a bit of a bants with and a bit of a chat to. I think because with being an online coach, you actually don't socialise as much as you'd think. You're constantly on your phone, but you're not actually having human interaction, which is fucking important, isn't it? Especially like, because of where I've done my jobs, it's always been either welding in a factory back in the day, being in hospitality, working in a hotel, and then being a personal trainer for 4 years. So I've always been talking to people all day. And it's not a boo-hoo. I'm not arsed. I love what I do. But at the same time, a bit of social interaction is always nice, isn't it? I'm going to go and have a chat with Mo, and then I'm going to get stuck into a push session. I do actually 2 rotations of each. So I do a push-pull legs, arm split, and it doesn't mean that I just do 4 days on a week. I don't look at it as a weekly point of view. I look at it as push, pull, rest, arms, rest, legs. Repeat that. Do you know what I mean? So it'll always cycle through into the next week more often than not. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it because I know, like, psychologically now I'm on a bump in food. It's going to make me want to train hard. I've just bought some new headphones as well because the music I listen to in the gym is really bassy, and I've blown out 2 headphones. Like, my AirPods blew out. So I've had to go and buy some more Apple headphones. The music's not going to be quiet anymore, so I can get a right... You know what I mean? You know what the difference is between loud music when you're training, going for that heavy set of bench press, incline dumbbells and all that. If you've got low music on compared to absolute chaos in your ears, tinnitus and all that. Is it worth paying the price for tinnitus? Bigger chest? Don't think so, but I don't know. Probably in this situation. Okay, so gaining phase, push session, rotation 1, let's go. So just to begin with, I'm actually, for the first 2 weeks of this gaining phase, I'm finding my feet with every exercise that I'm doing. So I'm creating a solid foundation to work up on in terms of progressive overload. So I could have gone heavier than 40 kilo aside, but I wanted to make sure that I've got a solid foundation in terms of, right, now I've got 40s, I can hit 10 reps for a good tempo, good time under tension. As you can see, that's what I'm focusing on, not ego lifting, just making sure that I can actually do 10 reps successfully with a heavy set like 40 kilos aside and be able to control the weight because I'm creating more time under tension, meaning more stimulus to the muscle, meaning more growth as weeks and months go on. So that's the whole point of this, is just finding your feet for the first 1 to 2 weeks, using a logbook to progress.
So then I move into the cable crossovers. Now, the reason for this is because I like to get a lot of blood pooling into the muscle early on. Now, blood pooling is basically what you would call and feel the pump when you've got a higher rep set, such as which you would usually do on a cable crossover. And it basically causes another stress hormone response for the muscle to adapt and grow. So I like to get that in nice and early on. And also I feel pretty fucking warm when I've done it. So then I move into a second compound movement, which is the seated bench chest press. I really like doing this exercise because you can actually adjust the cable pulleys to make sure that it's in line with your physique, because everyone's got different mechanics, everyone's got different height, different limb lengths, you name it. So for me, adjusting this, if you can get it, use it, because it's really effective. And now I'm not saying that all the machines are bad or all the machines are wrong. There's some absolutely brilliant kit out there for chest presses. So for me, if you can feel it working, you can feel the stretch, you can feel the squeeze in the fibers that you want to be targeting, absolutely milk the living daylights out of it.
How are you, Neil? You okay, mate? Yeah, mate, I'm good. I'm good, thank you.
So I surprised myself on this, okay. I hit 80 kilos a side, which for me is new territory. Unheard of, especially on like exercise 3, which I was really proud of, not gonna lie. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm really controlling the eccentric as much as I possibly can. Like, you get to a point where you start shaking, that's when you know that the intensity is there, especially when you're going into heavy sets. So it's a 3 seconds down, 1 second. Like, I'm trying to squeeze the fuck out of that, as you can see. So yeah, moving on. Going into the shoulder press Panatta version. Let's go. Just having a little bit of a look in the mirror to check, you know. Moving into the Panatta though, it's a converging shoulder press. A lot of the Panatta stuff does converge, especially with the chest presses, shoulder presses, and it gives a lot of tension onto the muscle. I don't know what it is with the converging thing, but you feel it so fucking well. So I only needed to put on 20 kilos aside. Like I said, baseline this. This is me finding my feet with everything. So it's 20 aside because it does feel heavier than what it sounds. It really does. If you've got this, you'll know what I'm saying. So like I said, 3 seconds down and give it hell on the way up. Like, just go all out on that. Once this is done, I move into the isolation movements such as side raises and front raises and just give it hell on that. So big session.
Just got home. I've got some work to do on the laptop. And then I'm going to go and get my hair cut because look at the state of that. Now, for us lads, the only thing that we can do to make us feel better, in my opinion, is training, eating well, getting some good sleep, but getting your hair cut, because that is not okay. So I'm going to go get my hair cut after I've done some work and then take the dog out. I can't take myself seriously with this off. There we go. In the next video, I'm going to be covering a full day of my eating on a non-training day at 2,600 calories, which is going to be really cool to see. You're going to have a full breakdown of my calorie intake, the macronutrient split, what my meals look like, how I'm making some of them. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to see. Thanks for watching, mate. If you want to do us a favour, like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be giving you as much value as a coach as I possibly can, in line with this phase, getting absolutely massive. Follow along this journey, mate. I'd well appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Let's go.